having a bit of a rough day so far, is the best way I can put it. Well, it wasn't rough until recently. Hopefully you will have seen a previous video where I chatted about, well, you saw me taking photos and stuff out in Foz, which is great. And I had great intentions to come out here to do some nighttime photography and talk about some tips, but yeah, the XT4 has died, which is great. You're gonna die. That's sarcasm if you can't catch that. Yeah, I'm left with the XT20, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but the video capabilities are a bit limited. So we're here now, and we're just gonna do a POV. It's been a frustrating half an hour for me. The XT4 screen decided it was no longer gonna work, which I think is actually a sensor issue, or I'm not sure. I'm kind of afraid to know, to be honest. Either way, it's been needing to get fixed for a long time, so it desperately needs fixing now, that's for certain. Which isn't ideal, to say the least. But here we are, in Porto. It's just dusky time. As you can see, it's very foggy, so I'm loving the atmosphere. I'm just sad that I don't have my preferred camera to shoot both video and photo on an evening such as this. But alas, we're gonna get some cool photos. The only issue with the XT20 is its battery life is not amazing, so I'm slightly concerned for that, and how long it will last. We're gonna try with the XT20, and we're gonna have a bit of a photo POV. Right, let's do this. So we see here, we take this light, these street lights here will help to create contrast. Or over here, taking this arch, creates contrast, light and shadow and dark. Or up top. And there we go.
Que esta chica llevo 25 años escuchándolo, pues no te haces. Vamos, un poquito lo mismo. ¿Vale?
Oh, and the very bright lights. It seems a bit silly. So I do that. Focus on you. Check those highlights. Odd. Very odd. I mean, that's just a cool shot. Damn. Who would have thought? Not me. Yeah, using a tripod like so can be very handy. Like for this, it's great that you can have a wider aperture, so I can set this to something like f11 and not worry about the camera shake too much. It's like so, I can leave it to do that and know my hand isn't going to be the one that's causing it to shake. It can also allow you to have much longer exposure times. So you can keep your ISO lower, you can add more light through opening your shutters for longer, and you can kind of create movement as well, which is quite cool if that's what you're after. If that is what you're after. If it's not, it's cool. At the very least, it allows you to keep your camera still while you get the shot you want. And inevitably like this, it's come up with a really cool composition, and I wasn't really expecting to like something. Or you can decide to shoot single shots like this, or you can do an interval timer shooting and it'll do a full off for you. Now I'm going to be careful because the XT20 is going to die on me. But I think that's a pretty cool shot if you ask me. Any of that any good? Probably not. I think this should actually be shot in colour because the colours here are... I don't know what's making it this old. One of these shoes isn't, the sole of it has got a hole in it apparently, because the bottom of my sock is wet, and that's go home time. Oh yeah. Camera's gonna die. Oh no. That didn't really go as planned, did it? I'm really happy with how it all turned out in the end. Don't get me wrong, I would much rather my XT4 had not died, that hadn't been devastated, and that I didn't have to shoot with the XT20 and could have made the video that I wanted to. The original plan was to make a sort of night photography tips video, which I'm sure will still happen, don't get me wrong, but yeah, shooting with the XT20 all night and that alone with my GoPro was not necessarily on the agenda. Ultimately, I think it serves as a really good reminder though to both myself and hopefully to yourself that you don't need the $2,000 brand new camera to take good photos. And it's very much a reminder to me that it's a lot more about whoever's using the camera and your abilities and your skill as a photographer than the camera you're using. And you're more than likely going to get in the way of a good photo than the camera is. And the X220 is a great little camera. I'll do a video on it soon, because I think in this day and age when everything costs so much money and all the brand new cameras with all the new specs, some of these like cheaper older cameras secondhand are just such good value for money. Yeah, I'm really quite, I guess proud is the word, of how this video and these images turned out in the end. When my camera died, my XT4, I was fairly devastated, and yeah, I wasn't in a great spot. And the fact that I was able to adapt, pick up the XT20, thankfully I had it with me to start, unlike today, because Val has taken it to work because it's her camera, which is her right, and fair enough. But it was a case of adapting and improvising and getting on with things. I was almost going to say adapt, improvise, overcome. I think it was a really good example of just getting on with things and not getting too bogged down by the gear I had. And I'm really happy with some of the images, like particularly, I think it's this one behind me, like this one here, I don't know if it'll... particularly these ones from in front of all those signs in front of the Bacalao shop and with the boat in front of it. I don't know if I would have taken them if I hadn't needed to slow down with a tripod, think a lot more about the images I was taking. I might have just taken one and walked on, and I'm really proud of some of those images. And even like, yeah, just some of the ones of the bridge, or I really like this one of the set of tables. I really like that image for whatever reason. Let me know what you think of the images, what your thoughts are. And do any of you still shoot with an XT20? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on it, and I will be making a video about that very soon. As always, thank you so much for watching the channel, taking time out of your day to watch these videos, and supporting me in this, I guess. As always, links to all my socials are down below in the description. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely day.